recording?
Yes.
I'm saying, I see the red thing, but does that mean recording?
I think.
Alright, press the display in the front.
This.
No.
This.
No. On the first button on the camera. The first button on the camera. Listen to me. The first button on the camera. It's four on the side of the camera. Listen to me. On the side of the camera, it's 4 buttons. You press that first one. Yeah. Press it again. Stop. Alright, good. Let's record. Alright, we come to y'all this evening. This is other side of Atlanta Israelite camp. Brother Nathan here. Got brother Aubrey.
Brother Aubrey, Brother Nate.
I just want to say peace and shalom to everybody out there.
Peace and shalom.
We just want to come this afternoon and just kind of have I guess you'd call it a freestyle session on different issues regarding the gospel, and just to deal with certain topics or certain questions that some of y'all who watch the videos or who just coming into the truth that you may have. So, you have anything, bro?
I would just like to say that I hope everyone who views this video comes into an enlightenment of what it is that we'll be bringing out in this lesson. I know for me, I'm 1 year into this understanding of the gospel. Give credit to Brother Nate. Brother Nate for making it happen. Well, I think the Most High for blessing Brother Nate to introduce me to this gospel. A little background history on my story. Before I came into this understanding, I knew about God and I knew about Jesus from all my years of going to church with my grandmother. I remember my grandmother, she would tell me, Aubrey, let's go to church. And at first, I was excited about it, but after a short while, I became disinterested. And looking back at why I believe that this interest is because I couldn't understand what it was the preacher there was never a story. There was a story, but I couldn't relate to the Bible. I couldn't see myself or my people, my race. I didn't see us in there. I remember, always asking the question and hearing others ask the question, who are we? Who am I?
Right.
Did our history just begin 400 years ago?
Right, we got off them ships.
I hear everybody else, speaking about their history.
What about ours?
Going back thousands of years, everybody having pride and explaining and taking pride in knowing their ancestry.
Right.
But with us black people, so-called black people,
mainly the Negroes,
it's like we have a short-term memory. We don't, all the history that we can fathom is
400 years ago.
400 years ago.
400 years ago.
And then there are a lot of black people nowadays, we don't even like to think about that history.
Right.
We don't want to offend anybody.
Right.
We don't want to
be bygones. It's over with.
Make people feel shame or guilty.
Right.
You know, and bringing up our history. I mean, and that history that most black people know about.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So, as I was growing up, you know, I got more than a few family members who are pastors. I got a couple uncles who call themselves pastors. One, Tim Raymond Twine, he lives in Seattle. He was a Christian, and I remember him, you know, what I didn't get, you know, from the preacher going to church with my grandmother. He tried to fill in, you know, information. He tried to include me in, well, he didn't try, he did include me in sermons and certain events, you know, that
he was over. He was in Alabama, so he went out to Seattle.
Well, Seattle. Well, he came. He was in Arkansas. He came.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's my grandmother's son-in-law. Yeah. So, and he was a Christian. So, but still, I still wasn't getting it. You know, I knew Jesus was God's son. Right. I knew that he had died on the cross.
Right. The basics.
Yeah, the basics.
Right, the basics.
Yeah, I knew that God, you know, in Genesis, God created the earth. You know.
Trying to find out that was Jesus.
Yeah.
But you knew the basics of what
I basically knew the basics. You know,
right.
Jesus died on, I understood that Jesus had died on the cross for our sins. You know. So these are just the basics.
Right.
That I believe the majority of people are aware of. But after you had approached me last year, around January of last year.
It was around, that's right.
It was around
tax time.
January, tax time. It was tax time. I was doing my taxes as a matter of fact. And prior to that, we hadn't
saw each other.
Yeah, we hadn't saw each other for about a year.
Yeah, because the job I had left to pursue the music, and so I had stopped, and then we also had daycare and stuff like that.
Yeah. So when you had told me that you had some fascinating news, you know, to enlighten me about, you know, I was all ears.
Right.
You know, I was like, okay.
Right.
I'm gonna hear the brother out here what he's talking about, because I'm always curious.
Kind of rough, man.
You had a
kind of rough.
Yeah. So you know, I'm one who's always searching out knowledge.
Right.
You know.
I thought this brother was. I thought he was off the rocker, man, when we first met, but couldn't find out I was off the rocker. Man, I feel stupid as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Well,
I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was all up into that Creflo, man, and you was the one that had your mind open to, you know,
because
search for something else besides what I was talking about, that tide and all that type of stuff, man.
Yeah, so like when we would talk about it at work, you know, for me, I could never grasp, you know, what it was.
Right.
You know, why couldn't I get focused? Why couldn't I get a focus into something, a so-called religion.
Right.
Why didn't I feel like, I always wonder why couldn't I catch the Holy Ghost like other people?
Right.
Why couldn't I get the spirit, talking tongues?
That foul spirit, like the Lord called it.
Basically.
You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah.
That foul spirit. Everybody catching foul spirits.
Yeah.
He didn't want you to catch that.
And so, reflecting back, I can see that because I never got grounded. I never got grounded.
Right.
In
no type of religion.
In no type of religion, I knew everybody said, my grandmother and them, they said we were Baptists.
Right.
So,
right. And they used, go ahead.
But I was one, I didn't study.
Right.
They a Baptist, I'm a Baptist.
Right.
What is a Baptist though?
Yeah, what is it?
Unbeknownst to that's a religion that the Ku Klux Klan started.
Right, and they used
black
to be called Anabaptists.
Yeah, and the reason the majority of black people decided to become Baptists is because they didn't want the Ku Klux Klan harassing and basically harassing them.
Right.
Yeah, so they decided to switch over to the Baptist religion. But this is information that I learned, after coming into this truth. The truth of the Bible, the truth of and understanding and knowing that the Negro, the Hispanic, the Native American Indian, the Dominican, the Haitian, and a few others that I can't think of off top. The Native American Indian.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. But I found out that we are all brothers.
Haitian.
We are all brothers. We are all Israelites. We are Israelites according to descriptions and conditions described of in this Bible.
That's right. Yeah.
The King James Bible.
Right.
These are descriptions and conditions that our people basically they go over every week.
Right. Right.
But they can't. I didn't see them until you brought it to my attention.
Right.
And then I started researching. And then it all started becoming clear. I mean, so simple and clear to where I'm like
a fairy, it's like a not a fairy tale, like a what do they call them things, man? It's so simple, man.
Yeah,
it's like
it's basically
elementary.
Yeah, it's elementary, man.
Elementary.
I mean, once you learn the chronological story,
right,
the chronological genealogy of the three sons of Noah. Once you start grasping the knowledge that's coming from the descriptions of the children of Israel throughout this Bible. But see, people have to be willing to listen.
That's right. That's right.
See, if you ignore what it is that we're speaking about, then you ain't gonna learn.
That's right.
You ain't gonna know. People have to listen to what it is that's being said. More so, and especially according to this Bible.
That's true.
But ever since I came into the understanding, I've had more of an understanding than I've had in my whole entire life, man.
Right, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? All those years of growing up, of going to church. My grandfather, Lindsay Deloney,